You guys, I think I found our most durable shoe yet. Hello, my friends, and welcome back to Running on Cape Cod, Massachusetts and beyond, and welcome back to your favorite local running community, and welcome back to you, Shoe Eating Monster. I am Juliana. I am your favorite local shoe eating monster, and today I have a shoe review. It has been a freaking hot minute. I have not reviewed a shoe for a while, mostly because I've gone back to like old favorites recently for the most part, because your girl's body has been like hella jacked up. We've been running in some old classics, but I do have a shoe that is new to me that I have been wearing for about like, I don't know, since August. What is that? August, September, October, like 3 months now. And I feel like I put enough miles on it walking wise, because this is going to be a walking shoe review, to give you guys a solid review of the shoe, and it's mostly its durability. But before we get into that, don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that way you can be part of your favorite local running community every week here on Runna. And let's get into a review of the Saucony Hurricane 24. So here is the Saucony Hurricane 24. I will give you guys a nice view of my shoe. I bought these used. I did just bleach these last week because they were disgusting looking. And I don't usually buy white shoes because I'm highly allergic to white shoes. These were on sale. These were 40 bucks. They were used, but they really didn't have any signs of wear at all of them on them when I got them. They definitely have some signs of wear on them now, but this is what the shoe looks like after approximately, I was estimating like how many miles I put on this because I don't track my walking, but this is what this is my good foot and this is my bad foot as to what it looks like after I'm thinking somewhere between 600 and 700 miles, give or take, because these shoes did come to me used, so I don't know what their life was before they reached me, but again, there was really no wear on them at all. And I don't track my walking, but I put these on in the morning and I pretty much am wearing them from like, I would estimate like 10 a.m. after I go running and I take a shower and everything. Like 10 a.m. probably again until like 11 o'clock at night. Like I just walk, or I'm constantly on my feet. I'm never off my feet. So I'd say like approximately like 6 or 7 miles a day of walking and about like 12 to 13 hours of wear time a day. And the fact that they look like this and the bottoms look like that and they still are not like super compressed in any spot here is pretty impressive. I will say they definitely are wider now. They're definitely squished down a little bit and the foam has definitely compressed and gotten firmer, which is totally fine. But this shoe definitely has stood the test of time. I had to actually go back and look at when I purchased this shoe off of Poshmark. Again, Poshmark purchase, this was about $30. Definitely got my $30 worth out of these bad boys. And it was right before the Falmouth Road Race. And I remember wearing them to the Falmouth Road Race Expo. And at the absolute latest, that's when I started wearing them. And that was like the 3rd week of August. And it is currently the 2nd week of November as I'm recording this video. So it's been a hot minute. These shoes have been on my feet the entire time. I have bleached them 3 times. So what did I think of the shoe? Initially, I was like, one, the shoe is a giant chunk of foam and it is a yoga block. And every time I take this thing off my foot, I'm holding it like this. And I'm like, this is like holding one of those foam yoga blocks. This thing is square. It is very chunky. It is very just like, it feels like a foam cube underneath your feet and when you are holding it, which in a lot of ways that's kind of nice because this is a shoe from Saucony that's made for stability. It's technically their like max cushion stability shoe. It does have a dual density foam system in here, which you can see with the different colorations on the side here, which just means that this foam is a different density and different like kind of springiness and texture and feel as opposed to this foam down here. And this follows the kind of bathtub shoe method when you come to stability shoes, which means that this foam here is sitting inside of this foam here. So this is like a bathtub for this foam. And you can see it on the bottom because you can see how the white is peeking through, and this is kind of encasing the white foam. So the green foam is there to kind of provide that stability and kind of hold your feet in and hold the softer foam in. And then the softer foam is there to kind of respond to your feet and provide that like spring and comfort and cushion that you're looking for in your running and walking shoes. This is technically a running shoe. I did try and run at it. It did not go well. It went really bad. This is not a running shoe for me. The heel is too chunky. When I run in my shoes, I need the heel to not be obtrusive to the way that I'm running, which is on my toes, especially now with all my mobility challenges that I'm going through. This was not compulsive to me, like to me, having a good run. I could see that if you landed on your heels, how that would work, because that's how I walk. I definitely like walk through my heels and I run through my toes. And I shuffle my feet a lot when I walk. So for me, I really enjoyed the aggressive like toe rocker right here. So as you can see, it kind of whoop. So when you step like through here, it just kind of moves you forward, which I really enjoyed. I think that this is great for that and has definitely helped me through some mobility challenges that I've been going through. And I think if you were looking for something with a little bit more of just like a nice rock through and a toe off, kind of similar to what the Hoka shoes are going for. And this is definitely Saucony's, one of Saucony's responses to like the max cushion trend started by Hoka. But I really have enjoyed that specifically. Also, the other thing that has been my favorite in this is how wide this toe box is. This is a nice wide toe box. This toe box is so wide and I love it. It lets my toesies spread out. It's so nice. I go with my toes and it's great. It's great. It does have that classic Saucony fit where the heel is a little bit more tapered than the toe, which for most women is actually a good thing. Most women have a little bit of a wider toe box and a more narrow heel, just like generally speaking off of statistics. Everyone's foot is different. Everyone's foot is different. But if you're looking for like a max cushion shoe that is definitely supportive because it does have that dual density foam, again, the bathtub with like the white foam on the inside and the green foam on the outside holding in the white foam, and also like a nice like toe rocker right here. And it's like very durable. I am very impressed. Though I will say, Saucony shoes for me tend to last a good amount of time. Their Power Run foam, which this is one of their variations of Power Run, technically two. There's their regular Power Run foam, which is on the outside here, and the Power Run PB, which is the white foam. You can probably see it. Does it say on the side? I don't think it does. Usually it says, but it must not. But that's okay. Doesn't really matter. I generally have luck with their foams. They do have what I like to call styrofoam cup foam, which is not what it technically is, but you can kind of see what I mean through there, where it kind of looks like the outside of a styrofoam cup. But regardless, I have really enjoyed it. Other features of this shoe are the fact that it has a 6mm drop, so it is like slightly on the lower side of heel to toe drop, and that just means the difference in height between here and right here. I mean, honestly, if you have like an aggressive toe rocker, you honestly don't even really feel the heel to toe drop unless you're just standing still. But if you're moving in this, that's one of the things too, where it's like heel to toe drop is good, but it depends on the density and the responsiveness of the foam, how much of a heel or a toe rocker that the shoe has. There's so many other factors that can affect how you feel and how you fit in the shoe. The emphasis on the zero drop shoes just, I don't know. I can't with that sometimes. Sometimes you just got to walk away. I run in zero drop shoes. Like, I'm not poo-pooing it in any capacity. I'm just saying that there are many factors to figuring out if that shoe is going to work for you or not. And being zero drop doesn't automatically mean it's going to be a yes or a no. There are so many other factors that go into that. But now that you sat through my little soapbox, a few other things about this shoe that are probably good to note. One, it does have a very plush upper. So during the summer months, it was definitely getting kind of warm in here. It does vent through the toe box decently well, but the tongue and the heel collar, which is this area right here, definitely are pretty plush. So that just means that they're going to be soft, they're going to be comfortable, but they're also going to hold in heat and sweat very well. Moving into the winter months, that's not usually a problem. So this would be, I feel like, a much better like winter or cold weather running shoe than a warm weather running shoe. It also is very clunky. Like I said, this is like standing on a yoga block. It's very, very, very clunky. And if you're someone like me who, like, one of my problems is that I like trip over my feet. So I'll be walking and my foot will just do this, because it kind of like my ankles are really unstable. So I'll just like do this while I'm walking, and you can kind of see it in the shoe. Like you can see where I've been slamming into the other shoe with that. And it's just like boom, boom, boom. Having these on sometimes has been a challenge, but for the most part, I've been okay. Once or twice when I first put them on, but if you're someone, when I was running, it was more of a problem. So, but if you're someone who just doesn't like having that much width at the bottom of your shoes, or if you're one of the people like when I worked at the running store, would look down and be like, oh no, I don't like the way my feet look. This might not be the shoe for you. I personally am really leaning into like the smaller person giant shoe aesthetic. I think it's an aesthetic for me, you know, but to each their own. But I really enjoyed walking, not running, walking in the Saucony Hurricane 24. This is not the newest model, so you can find this on sale, brand new on the Saucony website. I believe it was going for like $120, $130. Or you can be like me and you can go on a used shoe website and buy one for probably like 20, 30, 40 bucks. Again, to each their own, but I feel like this is a good option for someone who's looking for a really durable, worth their money, walking, high cushion stability shoe with a nice wide toe box. So if that's what you're looking for, that's great. If you love this shoe, comment below. If you hate this shoe, comment below. If you have other shoes you'd like me to try out, or shoes that you think I'd like, let me know. And I will see you guys on the next episode. But before we get to the actual finish, don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Okay, now we'll round out the video. I will see you guys on the next episode of Runna and Shoe Eating Monster. Enjoy the rest of your day. Love you so much, and I'm proud of you. Yay! Nom, 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 nom.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Runna. This podcast is edited, hosted, and produced by me, Juliana Coughlin. Brought to you in part by the Falmouth Running Club and the Falmouth Community TV station. If you'd like to connect with us, you can find us on Instagram and on TikTok at RunnaPod. And you can send us an email at runnapod@gmail.com. And our original theme music was brought to you by the one and the only wonderful Jeffrey Hutton. And keep up the great work. I'm proud of you.